Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I hope you've got plenty of good food. You've got contact, even if it's not in person, with the people that you want to be in contact with, and that you and we, all of us, are just doing our best to get through this in a way that's as healthy as possible in all domains of our lives. One thing that we talked about a lot in our practice together at the Sanford Mindfulness Center is that it is very difficult, notoriously difficult, for people to maintain a meditation practice on their own, a solo practice, with no sitting group to sit with, no sangha, no meditation center. Right now, that's where we are. Every one of us who is part of the Sanford Mindfulness Center, and many others I expect who are watching this right now, are finding ways to fit meditation practice into a life that now probably in some ways has more room for it, but in other ways it's a time where we are having trouble probably doing all of the things that we would like to do because we are so scattered. And the scattered mind is the exactly perfect domain in which to practice meditation, but it's also the hardest to overcome that initial resistance to sitting down on our chair or our cushion and mat and doing it. So here's my recommendation for today, is to let go of any grandiose ideas you might have had about getting in a whole lot more practice, or even perhaps of keeping an unbroken string of every single day practice, but incorporate mindfulness practices in maybe, let's call it, bite-sized pieces into daily life. And my two favorite ways of doing that are, first of all, I love this one, the slow motion activity. So you pick one activity that you do every day, or just one activity that comes to mind, and instead of rushing through it with your mind elsewhere on autopilot, really slow down, slow way down in whatever you're doing. Washing the dishes, you feel the water. You feel every dish. You feel the dish rag. You feel everything that's going on. Warmth, coolness, slipperiness, grit, the pad that you're using to rub away the grit, the towel you use to dry. You really feel every bit of what's going on, and you watch the bubbles. So bubbles are beautiful. Watch them. The dishes maybe are beautiful. Watch them. But be present with what you're doing. That's the slow motion activity. The second one is the sensory inventory. I love this one too. And what you do with that is you just take a moment in your day. Stop at that moment. Stop what you're doing. Look around. You're going to open the sense doors of seeing, feeling, and listening. First, you look around where you're stopped at everything that you can see. Look at the colors, the patterns, the textures, the movement or stillness, light and dark, shadow. Really, really look as if you're going to have to write a report about it later. Look at everything you can see carefully. And then the next exercise that I like is to do that with your ears. Do the auditory component of that. That's the second part of that exercise. Open up the hearing sense doors and listen. Right now I can hear rain falling on the canopy above me. Fortunately, I can hear birds singing. Also, fortunately, I'm not hearing trucks or airplanes passing, but that's okay. You've got to recognize that this is not an exercise that teaches you how to look at what you like. It's an exercise that teaches you the habit of observing and awareness of everything, and not just chasing after the stuff that we like, and certainly not fighting off and condemning and being mad about the things we don't like. Just sitting still. So that's what we see, what we hear, and what we feel. And in this feeling or sensory mode of our bodies, just do a quick sensory inventory of your body, from your toes, feet, ankles, legs, knees, hips, buttocks, all the way up your body, the whole trunk of your body, down to the fingers, arms, shoulders, back of the neck, throat, face, scalp. The whole body. Just slowly feel your whole body. Feel whatever there is to be felt. And sit still with it. That's what meditation is about. Sitting still with everything that arises. Noticing and being in awareness of everything that arises with an attitude of curiosity and kindness. So, I'll be back in a few days, certainly by next week at the latest, and bring another talk to you that I hope may at least renew our friendship, our acquaintance with each other, and help you build and maintain your meditation practice while we must be apart. Hope you all are having a great day. Have a good Sunday, and I'll talk to you soon.